Walaikum assalam, Shua.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fine. Thank you for taking out time.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, so can you tell who you are
Yes.
and what do you do, please?
So my name is Faiza Khan. I am public school teacher, a public high school teacher at Medford High School. I teach AP Computer Science. I also teach mathematics honors courses. And in my spare time, I volunteer at ICB Wayland Sunday School, currently as a principal, but I have also taught there. I have also been the vice principal there. And so now currently I'm a principal there.
Very nice. You have many
Thank you.
hats that you are wearing.
I'm just trying.
Well, trying is good. You have been trying. So you're happy with what you're doing?
Alhamdulillah, I'm very happy with what I'm doing. I mean, before this, I was in software industry when I got married, and I felt like I wasn't too happy there.
Oh, okay.
This is where my utmost happiness is in teaching, in
Okay,
education.
okay. That's good. So what did you graduate in? What was your
I Yes, so I came from Pakistan when I was 18. I did my bachelor's here in computer science, and then I got my master's in business administration, also in aviation from the same university in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Hmm.
Then I started working for US Airways. I worked for them for about 3 years. And when I got married, I worked for a private firm for about 8 or 9 months after I moved to Boston because US Airways is not here. And then I took a good break from work for about 9 years. And then I went back into teaching after getting a um, very quick, very fast paced degree in education.
So I assume from that point that you have children.
Yes, I
And
do.
how many children do you have?
I have four kids. The oldest one is a junior.
Junior in?
The it's a she's a girl. She's a junior, and
In high
then
school or college?
in high school,
Okay.
junior in high school,
Mhm.
and then I have a son who is a freshman in high school,
Okay.
and then I have twins who are in sixth grade.
Wow. Only
Yes, so
four.
only.
What? Okay. So, and with that, you are working and doing everything. How do you think your children perceive you? Are they happy with your mothering, or first I should say parenting? And
Yes.
what do you think from their angle? Before I
You know,
ask you what you think about yourself.
great question.
Do they give you
I
feedback? Do they give you any feedback?
they do, and they give other people feedback too. They think I'm very strict.
Okay.
And I tell them that there are many reasons why I am strict. Now, whether they follow through or not is a different thing.
Uh-huh.
But they definitely think I am strict because I mean I like structure, and when children do not follow structure, then I have to try and give them that structure and tell them about it, and I think that's what strictness is defined as in their mind.
In their mind. Yeah, I was going to say. So thank you for telling me that. What strictness are you talking about? Are you talking about not to be on the phone, go to bed early,
Yes,
all those things?
yes.
Okay.
Plus, my life has to be, disciplined and about structure because, I mean, if you really look at it, that's all I'm doing 24 hours a day. I am at my high school, I am enforcing rules. I'm at home, I'm married to a very gentle, soft spoken, nice guy. I have to enforce rules.
Hmm.
Then I have I go to Sunday school. I love all the kids there, but there are times when I have to enforce rules. So
Right, right.
call it the bad cop, but that's what I am most of the
Okay.
time. But mainly it's about trying to give structure rather than yelling at kids.
Okay.
And yeah,
So you don't yell at all?
let's put it this way.
Hmm.
There are times when I yell.
Okay, good. Thank you for being
I
honest.
do, I
Okay.
do.
So let's come to your parenting now. So how do you rate yourself? Do you think you are a listening mother? Or are you always busy in structuring and disciplining? How do you spend time with them? Many questions in
So
one question.
no, they are great. So the way our house is,
Mm-hmm.
my husband Jamshed has always been the listening kind.
Okay.
And given his personality, I don't want him to take the role of being the strict person. Means I don't want to change his personality
Right.
just because I want kids. I would rather have kids a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
So one of us has to be the disciplinarian, like
Mm-hmm.
it has to be in most households. One has to be saying, this is the line and you have crossed it.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's think about, what went wrong and are we gonna fix it after this mistake, or will we continue to make the same mistake, and discuss all of that. So he discusses
Mm-hmm.
and I follow through with the discipline. And again, I feel terrible about being that bad cop, but I know I don't want him to change his
But
personality
how did
because
you come to this that he should be this way and you have to be the strict and disciplinary person
there is
and
no
you
way
feel
he will
bad?
discipline. There is
Okay.
no way he'll discipline. He
Okay.
will not discipline.
So you have to be the person who will put the structure and put the limits or timeline or whatever,
Yes,
and
yes.
which makes you feel bad.
It does at
Okay.
times. It
Okay.
makes me feel bad
Like
because
for can you give any example that you can share with us?
I mean, I
Any
think it
example?
probably happens on a weekly basis
Okay.
because kids go and talk to him more often
Yeah, obviously.
about,
Yeah.
yes, and
Because they see the
he
softer
yes, he
room.
is their buddy, and they
Okay.
know daddy's not gonna say anything.
Mm.
And then, either one of the other kids or daddy himself tells me that, this happened, and then I'm not, too happy about it. So, for
Mm.
example,
So
my
you so
son,
sorry. So you both he discusses with you when they talk to him. Does he come to you and say, okay, this is where they are, so that you
yes,
can understand what, so
yes.
you can be on the
So,
same page? No?
yes, so whenever he comes and tells me, depending on the severity of the situation,
Mhm.
either I try to deal with it directly if it's a small and minor
Mhm.
thing. If it's a major thing,
Then
then
you go
we go
back to
about it the round way that,
that
oh,
he
okay,
takes
so
it takes care of it, but
yes,
between you so that's the good. So I want to take out positive out of it, because it might sound to some people that, oh my god, she's such a tough woman, and being strict, and poor
yeah,
kids are going to their father, but that's
I
how
know,
you are you both have established this according to your
yes,
personalities.
yes,
And then I want to take this out of this conversation, that the point that I liked about is, every parent has their own way of disciplining and structuring their
sure,
home and all. Nobody
yes,
has the same way, but at least you both are discussing what's going
yes,
on. So
yes,
now, depending on the situation, either he will be the person who will address that issue to them,
yes,
or you can do it, but then you
right.
both are informed by each other.
Yes, we have to be. We are a team and we have
That's
always
good.
been a team, but we have not tried to influence each other's personalities in
uh,
terms of parenting style. And
mhm.
most importantly, Jamshed's personality has always been very important to me because
Mhm.
that's why I married him.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
did
I
not
have to go
know
back
that.
there now. After you finish this.
I
Okay.
yes, because I was an only child and brought I I had certain things to achieve in life. I did
Mhm.
not want to get married, but when I met Jamshed, I felt like I I knew that he's the person for me within 5 minutes. And so
Wow.
I did not want to mold his personality, for anything, because that's what I love him dearly for. And so if it meant that I have to play the bad cop more, then it's okay with me, because
In
somebody will
terms of
have to do.
children, not between
Yes,
you
in terms
and
of
him.
children, that's right. Hopefully not. But yes,
I
in
have to
terms of
talk to
children,
him
yes.
now.
Yes, in terms of children.
Okay, okay.
And also, if we really go deeper, Jamshed, my husband, lost his father when he was just 6 years old.
Oh,
So
okay.
he grew up basically with his older brother being the father figure.
Hmm, hmm.
And I feel that for him to be able to spend time with his kids as a friend was very, very important because
Mhm.
of that background that he came
Mhm,
from. And
mhm,
I had, my father was traveling, but I had my uncle, I had my grandfather
mhm.
as my fathers, in addition to my own father. And, I had lots of people taking care of one child.
Oh.
Over there, it was his mother taking care of 6 kids. So we come
Mhm.
from a very different
Oh,
backgrounds.
wow. So how did you meet? Now I have to come.
So
Slowly,
we
I'm coming
met.
to the relationships also. So, with the conscious parenting and living comes
Yes,
the relationships, and this is the relationship between children and parents. But parents'
yes.
relationship is very important too, how they began.
We met through
Uh-huh.
my current sister-in-law,
Okay,
basically.
okay. So when you met, whenever you decided, you had the
Yes,
choice, you were given the choice to
yes, I
decide who you
was.
would want to marry?
Yes,
Wow.
actually, when I came here at the age of 18,
Mm-hmm.
I had always been a very strong-headed girl. But when I got here, it made me, and I lived here with my aunt, my mother's sister,
Mm-hmm.
and then I moved out and I was working. When I met Jamshed, I had always been very independent. I had to be. I had no other choice.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that came independent thinking and independent mind making. So, while I was of this mindset that I was not going to get married, and then when I met Jamshed, I realized that he is the right person for me. And to this day, Alhamdulillah, we have that chemistry that if I have ever thought, oh my God, this will be so good, uh, if I would talk to Jamshed, then may Allah keep it this way. And
Inshallah.
Jamshed calls comes within a few minutes. I don't know how we have this mental connection, but it
Wow,
has
mashallah.
happened to us.
Bless you.
Yes,
Very nice.
Alhamdulillah, I'm very, very lucky with that. And it happened at that time too, and even now,
So he might
I
call you now, and please don't pick up the
no,
phone.
no,
So
no,
my
no, no. No, because
I'm
I'm
just
not, I'm
kidding.
asking him to stay busy in his packing and leaving Pakistan safely. So no,
Oh,
not
okay,
right
okay.
now. But
Okay, he's
whenever I have
traveling.
felt a
Okay.
dire need, it has
Okay.
happened,
Okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, okay.
So
So
yeah.
when did you meet him, and did you get married right away, or like what age did you get married?
So we met in 1999.
Okay.
19, actually, I would say
How
1998.
old were you that you got married? That's my point, is like, were you,
Yes.
how old were?
I was 29 years old when I
Okay, good.
married. When I
Good.
got married, I was 28 when I got engaged, and it was all mine and his choice. So people just introduced us. This is
Mm.
Faiza, this is Jamshed, and then they backed off. There was no such thing as like all the meetings or anything were arranged. We both had been living here for quite some time, so we had
Mm-hmm.
a mind of our own and very, very so Jamshid is very soft natured, but that doesn't mean he's not independent.
Obviously. Mm-hmm.
He's very, yeah, he thinks independently, but he has a softer hand, and I believe it has a lot to do with nature and with the background both.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So works
Mhm.
for you.
Yes, it works for me, except for sometimes I wish like we
Yeah.
switch
Yeah.
personalities.
Yes.
But
Yes.
it's Alhamdulillah. I hope that kids are able to see it in the long
Yes.
run, in the
Right.
future,
Yeah.
that why was it important?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very, very good. Thank you so much. I
Mhm.
didn't realize that you were such a strong and independent woman. You don't come across that way, by the way, just for your
Oh, are you?
information. For
Oh,
not for to,
thank
not
you.
to me. No. So you are glad that you don't come across like that?
I am glad
You
because
have a reputation?
I think I think my students definitely think that I am strict, but they also know that I love them to
Oh, and
pieces.
you
I
mean
I
well.
do.
You mean well.
Yes, I
Yeah.
mean well.
Yes.
That I am very lucky to be able to see that in their thoughts and in their
Uh-huh.
eyes.
Hmm.
If they can never think of
Uh-huh.
treading on respect or
Uh-huh.
like talking back to me.
So
They
you are
they
a
do
listener?
not.
Do you listen to your
I
students, your
listen. I
children?
listen.
You
I
are a good
listen.
listener? Do
I
you
I
consider
I
yourself?
can be a listener. Yes, if they like.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, right now, many of my seniors
Mm-hmm.
are a little on the depressive sides because they didn't get into the colleges, given the competition that's
Okay.
it's so imminent right now in college admissions.
Mm-hmm.
They were sad. So I had I just stood up there and I said I don't want to teach anything today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm realizing you guys are getting your applications back, and I want to give you one message. I
Mm-hmm.
said it doesn't matter where you go to college.
Mm-hmm.
What matters is these are 4 years of your life. Are you going to be happy over there or not? And you
Mm-hmm.
have to leave your being, your fate sometimes to to just let it be, and just what you are in 5 years or 6 years is what defines you. Where you went to college doesn't define you.
That's
So
true.
they were like, oh, Miss Khan, you can be a life coach. I
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yes,
You're
maybe, but right now I love to
mm-hmm.
interact with them,
Well,
deal
that
with them
is
because
part of it. You are
yes,
coaching. Yeah, that's part of it.
yes, yes. So
So, do you do
it's
that with your own son, right? The oldest is the son?
no, the
The
oldest
oldest
is
is
my
the
daughter. I
who is a
do,
junior?
but
So she
yes,
is
the
also
junior.
applying for colleges. She's also
Yes,
so
yes.
okay. So did you have to have any such conversation with her?
So I tell her this. I said, look,
Is she
all
close
my
to you?
life.
Are you close to
sh-
her? And she's close to you?
I am, but I
Does
do
she,
feel like nature-wise, she's closer to my husband.
okay.
Nature-wise, my son is
Nature
more
wise
like me.
means what? Like
She has a
her.
she's patient. She
Oh,
will
okay, okay,
keep swimming.
okay,
When she was younger, she was a long distance swimmer. Now she runs. She's a runner.
okay.
And I think her strategy in life is she keeps it calm and easy in the first few laps, and then the last few laps is when she picks up.
Oh,
And
wow.
so this is her mentality. She always
Mm,
keeps it calm.
mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, Alicia, that person is gonna take over, because I have this competitive side in me. And she's
And
like,
the,
Mom, don't worry about it. I know.
mm,
Let me just. I keep my nerves very calm in first few laps because I don't want to, get overburnt and overworked. This is when I need the calm. My energy is needed in the last few laps. So she knows how to do it.
mm,
I'm very, alhamdulillah, I'm very, very happy with her academic performance,
very good.
and inshallah she will. I think
She
she'll
will.
be fine wherever she goes. She's a
Good.
hard worker. Let's
Yeah.
put it that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the main
Yeah.
thing is, as you said, she should be content and happy wherever she is. She should enjoy
Yes.
her 4 years. Yeah. That's
Absolutely.
that's
So
very
there is no
important.
pressure. That's
Yeah.
very important because these
For
are
the
four
children.
best years of your life. You are never
Hmm.
going to be this young and this energetic that you are between 18 and 22. So there's no need to put your own self under any pressure.
Hmm.
Although I must admit,
Hmm.
sometimes indirectly it might come across as, oh, my mom wants me to go to the best college. But then which mom doesn't?
Yeah,
Right?
obviously.
So
Obviously.
I,
We
I
all want.
always
Yeah.
say don't short sell yourself. Make
Yes.
sure you apply to all different colleges. Don't underestimate that, this college I'll never get into or
Hmm.
whatever.
Hmm.
You never know.
Yep. Yep.
And I give her the same advice that I give my high school seniors. They are
Hmm.
all my kids. That's
Yeah.
how I treat them as.
Hmm.
So, that's
That's
my
good.
advice
Thank
to
you.
all these kids.
Okay, so I guess with the looking at time, I guess I need to come to the last leg of questions.
Yes, let's
Okay.
go for it.
um, how, so before I do that, I would want to ask you one question. What is to live a healthy, fulfilling life?
Healthy, fulfilling life. is to be happy and content with what you do every day, whether it's parenting, whether it's being a daughter, whether it's being a wife, whether it's your work, whether it's volunteering. I think that's happy. And do you feel it in your heart? And that's all there is to it. You might be tired, but if you feel it in your heart, then you are living a happy and fulfilling life.
Good, good. What is wealth in your experience?
Wealth is just happiness and being content. Sometimes monetary, where you are monetarily also, plays a huge role in it. Like the physical wealth plays a huge role in it, because if you don't have money and you are stressed out, then it's going to impact everything. But at this stage of my life and where I am, to me, wealth is being happy, and being content with your life. That's all. To me, that means a lot. Being content and being happy. Maybe because I was raised that way, my mother used the word content more than anything else, that make sure you are content. Some people, she said, you can give them everything, but they will never be happy because that content is not in the heart. So make sure you bring that content. So I feel that that's a very important virtue for me.
So you must have experienced it, not only of course, your mother instilled that in you, but you have found contentment and you have experienced it?
Yes, I
Okay.
feel that, that's what is, if I wouldn't be content, then I would be unhappy. I
Okay.
feel that
So you are
money
happy.
wise, I'm happy,
Okay.
alhamdulillah. I have no desire to, have more monetarily or any otherwise. What I got is what, alhamdulillah, I'm very happy with, and I'm grateful to Allah for that.
That's good. Thank you.
No problem.
What is the value of gratitude in your life?
It's very, I feel that it's one single quality, it's one single thing that helps you become content, actually, as well. I feel that if, even Allah, in whom we believe,
You mean
as
God, right?
God,
Yeah.
yes, Allah, God, many
Yes.
different names.
Yes.
But even at times, I feel that gratitude is needed to him. And so if it's his quality, if it's its quality, then it's a quality that should be mirrored by and copied by all of us in some way,
One
shape, or
of his
form. Either,
attributes. One of his
yes, it's one of
attributes.
his attributes, right?
Yes.
And I
Okay.
feel that it's important that we show gratitude to people around us. And we show gratitude to God, and we just should be grateful for everything that we got in life. And I think that leads to contentment.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So far, we had a nice, interesting conversation. A few more questions before we
Yes,
end with the last question.
yes, sure.
Do you believe in afterlife?
I do.
Okay, good. Without going into explanation, I think I should have another episode on it. Like, what do you mean by afterlife? Because some people
Yes,
don't.
yes.
So you believe that after you die, you will have another life. So what will you take with you to the life that is after here?
If it is a
Gold, silver?
physical, no, no, not.
I'm
No,
just
I'll
okay.
probably take my family with me.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
probably take my family with
Okay.
me, and that's it. Other than that, I would probably take my, one or two, attributes with me. Again, one of them is definitely um, being satisfied with what you got. Because I feel that it plays such a huge role in my being happy.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
contentness. If I didn't have this, I would constantly be in the search for something.
Restlessness.
That's
Restlessness.
right. And
Yes.
that's not within me. Inside me, I'm very peaceful. I
That's good.
have in this extreme peace within me, alhamdulillah,
That's very
that
good.
yeah, that keeps me happy, and it keeps me going also, that I am at peace. But what, how else can I bring, what can I do to make things around me more peaceful?
So it means that gratitude brings you to the peace. That's what you are
Yes,
saying. Okay.
yes.
Any message of hope?
Hope, inshallah, things, just be happy, be positive. Good things will come. Sometimes they take time, but
Mm-hmm.
positivity is extremely important in life.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that it's the positivity that keeps the world going and not giving up.
Hmm.
You can't give up. If we have a tough time, and get up and do something about it, and stay again, have this deep deep faith
Mm-hmm.
that things will get better. I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Mm-hmm.
because they always, alhamdulillah, have a keep praying
Mm-hmm.
to whosoever you pray to, have deep faith and keep working hard, and
Hmm.
inshallah they will improve. They always have for me.
Okay, good. Good. So I come to my last question. What lights you up, Faiza?
What lights me up? Probably my family,
Oh, okay.
and within my family, just one person.
Okay.
You know who?
Okay, your husband.
Yes, yes,
That's
yes,
very good. That's very
yes.
good.
He
That's
he lights me up. He does.
very nice. Very nice. Well, I hope he keeps lighting you up.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for your time. It was interesting and rich conversation we had.
Thank
And
you.
hope to talk to you again sometime
Inshallah.
soon. Uh,
Thank you, and thank you for the opportunity, Shua. All your questions were amazing, and they made me think. And you think, if questions can make a high school teacher think, they must be really good. So they were.
I am flattered. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shua. My
Thank you.
pleasure. Thank you.